Hello, it is Sheila. If you're new, that is who I am. If you're not new, welcome back, friends, to a impromptu, didn't think I was gonna be doing this plot twist video because I'm in England. Oh, I feel like I have a lot of explaining to do because I'm in a foreign country. There's just been a lot going on this week and I feel like I'm finally ready to chat. So let's just start from the beginning, I guess. So today is Friday and on Sunday, my mom called me saying that she needs to fly out to London and to England. That is where her parents live, my grandparents, my popo and gungun, my Chinese grandparents, and they live outside of London, like a 30-minute train ride. And my mom needed me to help her book a ticket because she is not technologically savvy. Once she said that, my mind just went in a whole 360 because really my life just became so disrupted from that moment on. Because Sunday I was trying to just, go about my normal Sunday activities, and then this kind of just, 4 o'clock she calls and everything just kind of, exploded in front of me. So I spent the whole night trying to figure out flights to the UK and then got her ticket booked, and she asked me if I wanted to go, and at that point I was like, wow, I really don't know. Let me get back to you. And I didn't want to book a flight with her so last minute just in case I wouldn't be able to get off work or I didn't want to go. There was just a lot of things happening. In retrospect, I wish I booked a flight at that time because I ended up obviously coming, and I was so indecisive about it, and I knew like in my gut like I was going to come. So I, thankfully I was able to, get some support from George and texted some friends, and my therapist was able to talk to me, the next day because I was just I was a mess. Like the stress and overwhelm and grief and anxiety like hitting me all at once was just a lot for me, like to the point where I just, couldn't work and had to just take some time off to just figure out, like decide what was happening. And once I decided, actually start planning, because there was a lot of things that needed to happen paperwork wise to get into the UK. So there was like just the grief of the news of I don't even think I explained why, but my grandfather, my gungun, is not doing well, and that's why my mom wanted to come over to help him and just be here with her parents because she just is not able to travel overseas. It's expensive. She has a life in the States and a lot of responsibilities as a mom, a grandma, caretaker, everything, and it's just not her nature to drop things and like, come here. When I knew she said she was going, like it was a very serious thing that my grandfather wasn't doing well, and then all of like those feelings came up, and on top of that just like all of the like healing work I've been doing with my like racial identity and my ancestral healing and stuff like that. Like I knew it was a good opportunity for me to come see my grandparents because I don't see them often at all. So ultimately I did decide to fly out, obviously, and then had to book my ticket, which was like $300 more than my mom's ticket. My mom got an incredible like deal. Like her ticket was like around $600 like round trip out of New Jersey, out of the Newark airport into Heathrow in London, and I was able to get the same flight with her. My mom is staying 2 weeks and I'm only staying 1 week. So I'm staying a week. Today is Friday and I'm flying out next Thursday, so I still have like 6 more days till I go back to the States. And leaving was so hard. I think because I wasn't able to like plan this trip in advance, there was just so much stress and anxiety, and I wasn't mentally prepared to one, fly, and then there's all the COVID anxiety because I haven't traveled even domestically like since the pandemic. So this was like a whole new ballpark of flying internationally, and I had to get all the paperwork figured out and stuff like that, which obviously ended up working because here I am. For the actual like paperwork stuff, I don't know if anyone, I feel like it is probably helpful for me to explain that because I tried to find some videos to help with everything, and everything's changing. Like all the videos I found were like the guidelines weren't exactly the same because I think the UK guidelines changed October 4th and I flew out the 21st of October. So for me, I am vaccinated, fully vaccinated, so I needed to submit a proof of my vaccination. I needed to complete a locator form, passenger locator form, that's what the UK calls it, which really is just an application where you need to basically answer questions about how long you're going to be in the UK, why you're going to the UK, and enter all your information like your passport and your vaccination and all of that stuff, and when you're flying out. And the third thing you need to do is to pre-book a COVID test to take when you land in the UK, and that booking number had to be on the locator form. So like I had to do all this stuff in advance. I'm actually pleasantly surprised that it was fairly easy to figure all of this out. Like the UK government's website was pretty straightforward, especially for someone that's never dealt with this. I don't travel very often, so I felt like the information I found was pretty, you know, helpful, and I was able to get everything done. Yeah, so we got to the airport, and security is always a nightmare, it stresses me out so much, and got through. Everything was smooth once we got through security, and then we waited at the gate and got on the plane. Plane was super fun because, I don't know, it's just very relaxing for me once we get settled and on there, and the flight was only it was like 6 hours of actual airtime, so honestly not that long of a flight, especially for traveling to England. I even got to watch Hocus Pocus on there, get some reading done. Phone was off, a good way for me to just kind of, you know, relax and get ready for what was coming. But yeah, by the time we got into London, that's when the stress came up again, because once you get through, like, you have to go through border control and customs or whatever. And the interesting thing now that we're in a pandemic is that the airport has these self check-in kiosks, but it basically helps things run more smoothly to get through the border control, because traditionally you would have to go through like a person, and I think they've had these self kiosks before, because I remember before when we flew here 2 years ago we did the same thing, but the machine I was using wasn't cooperating and told me that I needed to go like see a person. So then I had to go stand in another line to talk to a person, which took a lot longer, because then I had to wait an extra like 10-15 minutes to see a person, show him my passport, tell him why I was traveling to the UK, basically everything that I kind of already put on the locator form. So they just wanted to verify it to, you know, let me in the country. That went smooth, I got through, and then my mom got her bag. I only brought a carry-on because I'm only here for a week. And then once we got out of the airport, I ended up just booking a taxi because I wanted to get an Uber, because I knew that was probably the easiest way. My mom said that we should suggested maybe taking a bus, but I was just so tired. I did not really sleep on the plane. I think I almost fell asleep on the plane, and then they told us to put our seatbelts on because turbulence, and I was like, of course. I wasn't expecting to sleep on the plane, and I was still just thinking like when we land in the UK it'll be like 2 a.m. Eastern time, and like once we get to the house, like we're staying at my grandparents' house, it'll be like maybe 4 a.m. Eastern time, and then I'll just go to sleep then. But by the time we like got out of the airport and we're trying to figure out how to get to my grandparents' house, I just wanted the easiest thing possible, which was getting a taxi, which was kind of expensive. It was like a flat rate of like 140 pounds, which is about $194, which it's just ridiculous. The Uber would have been so much cheaper, but traveling, foreign country, lack of sleep, we got here, the taxi driver was really nice, and taxi drivers are like locals and they really know all the routes, and he knew exactly how to get here. It was like an hour drive from the airport. I feel like I finally got some sleep. I've adjusted to the time difference, and today I want to just kind of get my life together. And I have a small to-do list, which includes, I want to tidy up the room. So I'm staying in this room. I think this used to be my mom's room, but I want to tidy it up because everything's just kind of thrown everywhere, because I haven't really, I unpacked by throwing things everywhere because I was just so tired. So I want to tidy up this room and kind of make it my own for the week. And then I am going to try and do some work remotely for my archives job. I'm so thankful that I was able to kind of just drop work at the last minute boss is super understanding, and I'm gonna try and work a few days, and then the rest of the days are just vacation days that I'm using. I'm gonna try and get some work emails done because I've been really MIA from my work emails all week. And then my mom and I had to get a COVID test. So you have to get a COVID test after you land within, I think, 2 days of your arrival time, and the day you actually land is considered day 0. And today is technically day 1 for us. So we have a COVID test at 4:30, a PCR test, which I'm not excited about. And I do want to edit a YouTube video, the one that I started before this all transpired, and then I kind of wrapped it up before we left, and get that up today. And that's everything. So I need to tidy, check work emails, and get some video editing done, and that's really all I'm committing myself to doing today. I'm trying to think of this trip as a vacation, a very impromptu vacation, but also trying to stick to like some of my usual routines, like work things, just try and get some work done, and then like YouTube things, and then also just trying to be with my family and relax and get a lot of reading done. And yeah, since this was not a planned trip at all, I wasn't able to kind of just figure out like fun things to do. Like, we are planning to go into London at least one day, I think, and maybe also Chinatown. We might do that on the same day, so I'm definitely gonna vlog when we do go into London. My mom said she wants to go to Oxford Street just once while she's here, and it'd be really cool to find some like London bookstores and Chinatown, of course. And that's kind of like probably all I really want to do, and then just kind of let everything go with the flow. But that is the update. That is why I'm here. And to anyone that's been following me on Instagram and has like sent me messages, because I did kind of share like an update in real time of coming here, and anyone that sent me like prayers and thoughts and messages, thank you so much. It means the world to me. Like, I've been feeling I just feel like I've uprooted my life, and I don't know like how to deal, but having like the support of like family and friends, and like even, you know, my YouTube community and like Instagram friends, it just helps me like remember I am supported, I am protected, everything is going to be okay. And now I think I'm just going to take you along with my like to-do list today, and then probably just vlog today and then start a new vlog. So let's tidy up the room, get that finished, and then I will go do some work downstairs and hang out with the family, lunch, and then I think I'll try and take you along for the COVID test. I don't know if I'll be able to actually film in there, but I can take you along. And then we should get our results tomorrow by 10 p.m. So welcome to the chaos. So our COVID test is in like 30 minutes and we have to leave soon. We're just walking there, which is a quick walk, but we want to make sure we get there in time. But I am feeling so freaking anxious. Oh my God. Yeah, I feel so, like, I haven't felt this anxious in a really long time. Like, my stomach, I just feel so nauseous and I'm like shaking. Like, I feel like I'm cold too, which isn't helping. And I was able to eat like half a tuna sandwich for lunch, but I've been like anxious all afternoon, and I guess it's because we're going to get the test. I don't know. I've just been editing a video for the past few hours after doing some work emails. Like internally, it's just been so chaotic for my body. So I'm hoping like after the test, I will feel a little bit better. I got this CBD oil before I flew just so I could have something to help calm me down. I've never tried CBD or CBD oil ever, and I got this at Wegmans for like $15, and it really helped me get through the flight and like on the way to the flight and getting through security. So I've been trying to put it on this afternoon, but my anxiety is still through the roof. So maybe I'll try and do some like stretches and I don't meditate. I don't know, we're gonna leave soon. I also feel like just being here has been giving me a lot of anxiety with like my mom, who's like in cleaning overload because that's how she deals with her stress and anxiety. She's just been cleaning my popo's kitchen all afternoon, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna pull through. Everything is going to be all right. Let's go get our COVID test. Hello friends, it is the next day. I left my tripod downstairs and I don't feel like going to get it. So you are currently sitting on a Chinky cookie roll tin box. Anywho, yesterday we went to go get our COVID test. I think that's where I left off, and I had the worst anxiety. Like I honestly have not felt that way in a long time or ever. As I was reflecting in bed last night because I couldn't fall asleep until 2 a.m. Maybe it was because I had too much coffee. Like my coffee was too strong. I think I just had too much caffeine on top of like actual anxiety, where to the point where like eating was hard because I was so nauseous and I was like shaking, and then I just felt really weak because I wasn't eating a lot, and that's basically how I felt like all yesterday afternoon. And then I got really heightened like leading up to our COVID test, and then went and got the test and it was fine. I still don't know why I'm so anxious. It might just be a lot of things, like being in a foreign country, going out in a foreign country during a pandemic, and I'm like still getting used to hearing British accents and people driving on the opposite side of the road and people walking on the opposite side of the road, and I'm just not mentally prepared to be here at all, even though I've been in the UK before and this is all, you know, it's not entirely new to me, but I'm just kind of an emotional, mental wreck to deal with this stuff right now. And then today I only got like 5 hours of sleep, and I'm an absolute demon child when I don't get enough sleep. And we were supposed to go to London today, and I just said that I can't do it because I didn't get enough sleep, and if I don't have enough sleep I can't really function, especially if we're going to be taking public transportation in big crowds. And I also want to wait until we get our COVID test results back, which we still haven't gotten them yet. But yeah, my mom just got home from going to get some medicine for my gungun, and I'm going to end the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. Be on the lookout for the next one because I think we're gonna go somewhere like nearby, and then hopefully London tomorrow, and then I'll have a proper like London out and about vlog. So thank you friends for being here. Thank you for all of the messages and support on Instagram, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.